I know, it's a little loud. That's my intro. This is not my intro music yet. Don't judge me. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all around. Episode number 2. We are here in the Brian Moreno Show. It's a wonderful day in Lakerland.
Woo!
Yeah. It's a wonderful day in Lakerland. Nothing could go wrong with my wonderful co-host, my guest co-host, the Mad Dog Courtney Sheuerman. How you doing, Courtney?
I'm doing well.
You happy about the Lakers?
I'm stoked about the Lakers.
Yes,
it was an amazing comeback last night.
Oh. So you didn't watch?
Yeah.
Wait,
So
what?
good. We have a great Lakers story that I can't wait to ask you about. But you've been good? Have you been
Wait, I did watch the game. What do you mean?
Comeback. They were down in the first quarter, and then
So
they
you
just
watched the
demolished
first quarter,
them.
and that was it?
No, I watched the whole thing.
They were
demolished.
down. They were down
They
by
were
16.
down. They were down by
first
like
quarter.
20 in the first quarter.
That was it. And then they were beating
Oh,
it by
I'm
20,
sorry, guys.
30.
Is that not a fucking comeback anymore?
That's a
When you're
comeback.
down and you fucking come
That's
back.
a comeback.
Thank you.
Okay, you know what?
Eat
It
my
is.
butt.
And it was
Thank
actually
you.
the biggest comeback in history of the playoffs, I believe.
That's our spicy guest host, Mad Dog Courtney Sheuerman, and
Thank you.
in the news desk we have the almighty Brian Schlesinger. Yeah, that's good. That's strong.
Yeah.
Probably should have moved that bar stool out. Maybe we could do that next time.
I like it. It's my imaginary friend.
All right, and then the
It's for our
magical.
guests.
Hold on.
Sorry.
This is my friend, one of the nicest, funniest men I know, Omid Singh in Studio 51. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
today,
you.
sir. Thank you very much.
Hot mic, clipping. I think I'm in the red.
Yeah, I mean, we can fix all that.
All right.
Coming in a
Yeah,
little
don't
hot
you
there.
worry. Yeah,
Coming in a
don't-
little hot.
Don't you worry about a thing, Omid. I got all kinds of
Clipping.
I got
Clipping.
levers and things over here to push. Don't you worry about. And plus, you have really good headphones. That could be part of the problem.
Yes, the headphones that are making me clip.
Well,
Not-
I'm learning,
not
Omid.
the
This is only
microphone
episode
levels.
number 2.
Yeah.
Like episode number 1 was an episode on what not to do in podcasting.
I'm sure it was.
Episode 2, hopefully we've worked
I
out.
disagree. I think episode 1 was maybe this is how it starts. You know?
Well, no, it wasn't terrible.
Yeah, it was watchable.
It wasn't, but before we go any further, we have our first official sponsor, Alpha Poop Bags. What is it? Alpha Dog Poop Bags. These are plant-based poop bags. I swear to God, this is a real sponsor.
Nice.
Yes, Alpha Dog, and this is actually your gift because Courtney has 2 wonderful dogs. These are plant-based poop bags.
Nice.
Yes, yeah, you could totally hold it up, and this will probably be like your Facebook page.
Pick it
If
up
you-
and then plant it. That's
Yeah. Well, no, Alpha
awesome.
Dog. They have other products. Check them out online. But that's super wonderful. Please, Courtney. Yes,
Thank
another wonderful.
Thank you.
And thank you to our
round of applause.
sponsor.
Yes, and thank you to Alpha Poop Bags. Now let's get to some serious Laker talk. Okay, Courtney Sheuerman, do you know about Kyle Kuzma and Tyler Herro?
No.
Do you, Omid Singh?
I know that Tyler Herro is now dating Kyle Kuzma's ex-girlfriend.
Okay, we'll turn this to the screen. This is so we can see. This is Kyle Kuzma in the Laker, and this is Tyler Herro in the Heat. She, in the middle, this young lady, used to be dating Kyle Kuzma during the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
I believe pandemic happens, and then she dates Tyler Herro, and now she's in the bubble at the game watching Tyler Herro with like 20 other family members. All right. So we were very curious. How is that going to affect the play of Tyler Herro and Kuzma? Who was going to play better? Well, last night we got our first sample set, and Tyler Herro got a negative 35 plus minus. So that basically means when Tyler was on the court, the team scored minus 35 points. That was the worst plus minus in NBA Finals history. All right. Now, Courtney Sheuerman, my question is for you. Good or bad idea having your girlfriend in the bubble?
Horrible idea.
Your ex, who's he's 20 years old.
Yeah.
The guy on the left is 20 years old. He was literally at Duke playing video games.
6 months ago.
I would say
probably.
13 months ago, but yeah, right about there.
Yeah. No, it's a horrible idea. I mean, just the amount of pressure and just the drama that comes with it.
Yeah.
Horrible idea.
Yeah, absolutely. Having to plan her meals and making sure she gets food, you're distracting yourself from the game.
But when you're 20,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you don't know what you're doing.
Is that even any consideration when you're 20 years old? Omid.
No, you got to find an Applebee's for her. You got to find.
You're in the bubble. They're in the bubble.
She's like, "Take me to Disney World. Take me to Disney World." And he's like, "I got to go play basketball." And she's like, "Kyle would have taken me to Disney World." And he's like, "Kyle, you're bringing up Kyle right now?
Well,
why are you bringing up
Are
Kyle?"
we sure that they didn't break up like in the bubble and they met in the bubble?
You're the
and then
news
she
guy.
No,
You're the
Kyle
news
Kuzma has
guy.
been dating
Wow.
another girl for a very long time. A very,
on the
very,
news.
very gorgeous model / rapper, I believe.
So is she in the bubble? Do you know?
I know I'm clipping. Just turn me down. Do you know how to turn me down?
Yeah, but what you're seeing there isn't the audio that you're going to get on here.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, because
I think I need to see another picture of her.
Sure.
I think that's important.
Let's see if I can pull something up right here.
This shouldn't even be a story, to be completely honest. I think it is
Here we go.
wrong, and it's probably distracting for the players.
Well, she doesn't look too old. I feel like
She looks like she's 14.
No.
I don't.
Look at her face. She looks 14
That is not the
years
body
old.
of a 14-year-old.
Have you seen 11-year-olds these days?
No,
I know.
No, absolutely. I don't. I do see age. I don't see race or disability or anything else, but I definitely
Guys,
see
they're
age.
getting younger.
I'll tell you that.
They're getting younger.
Younger.
Who's getting younger?
These are women with bodies. Elementary school. They're walking around with hips and tits. It's nuts.
They've always had hips. Tits, not so much, I guess.
I don't.
I didn't get hips. I still don't have hips. What am I saying?
So I just want to give you an update on the story.
Oh yeah, let's go to the news desk. We don't have breaking news sounds yet, but
Here's the screen. Here, for lack of, we can put this basketball shirt up. And it says that Kyle Kuzma's girlfriend dumped him a few months ago. A few to me is 3, even if it
that's
was
pandemic.
That was so she could have been in the bubble and met Herro in the bubble.
No, impossible.
They just showed up.
Yeah, the rules for
The
the
bubble just opened. The
Yeah,
bubble
the-
just popped.
Yeah,
So they knew each other prior to coronavirus.
Look up Kyle Kuzma's current girlfriend.
Oof. Yeah, I would. Should probably do that for the thousands of people all over the world who.
If you're at home, Google Kyle Kuzma's girlfriend.
Yes.
Tell us what you see.
Okay, so hold on, Omid Singh. Let's get this topic is getting to the final. What do you think? Bad idea, good idea. Right, 20 years old.
Listen.
Would you bring your girlfriend? 20 years old.
Yes,
Omid
absolutely. I would if I was 20 years old
Starting
and
for the Miami Heat.
Starting for the Miami Heat, and I had a girlfriend, I'd be like, get here right now, and don't look at any other basketball players. Also, I would be like so intimidated by that. I would just be afraid that like one of the black players would steal my girlfriend.
And you should be.
So you
I
don't,
should be.
You don't
If you're
think
into-
another white dude is going to take him from
I
Herro? That's if you're
mean,
Tyler Herro.
If Alex Caruso steals Tyler Herro's girlfriend, that would be a story.
Oh my God.
That would be the story of the century. If Alex Caruso, if she like goes, oh my God, I like bald guys all of a sudden, and then she starts dating Alex Caruso instead of Tyler Herro, I would still be clipping.
Yeah, but I would be nervous, even if I was a fan of the team
Flipping.
that you were playing for.
She doesn't care about teams.
No, but you wouldn't play as well because you'd be worried about her so much. You would be like, oh, I wonder what she's doing
That's what
right
I'm saying.
now.
I wouldn't bring her. Yeah.
So I wouldn't, yeah.
You got to concentrate on the game. This is about the NBA championship, not about your girlfriend right now. I don't think LeBron's family is in town. I don't think LeBron's family
no,
is.
LeBron. Did you see LeBron? LeBron lives right now in the bubble in an 1,800 square foot. They call it a
suite.
hotel room, but it's larger than my
I
entire
haven't seen
place. Yes, and the
That's a
Rob
big man.
Report did a story. So, 20-year-old Mead brings his girlfriend, and you're fucking right before the game,
And-
regardless
Yeah, and
of-
loses the championship.
of how much energy. Okay, Courtney Sheuerman.
Yes.
20-year-old Courtney Sheuerman starting for the Miami Heat.
Do I bring my girlfriend?
Or boyfriend. Either one. I don't know what your sexual proclivities are at this age.
Yeah, of course if I was 20, I would do that. Yeah.
And you're smashing right before the game, no problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exhausted by the fourth
you
quarter.
only live once. Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
Everyone
Only
does.
live once.
I mean, he's still a kid, you know, so like he wants to hang out with his buddies or his friends, so he can't do that, you know. So he invites his girl. He needs somebody there. He's too young to not have anybody there.
What a deep dive into the Kyle Kuzma issue. I think this is wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. So here's a little next. I actually want to talk to you, Omid. This is more directly towards you. Oh, hold on. I have to oh man. See, this is all a work in progress, ladies and gentlemen, but
You haven't
You haven't been
mastered.
recording this entire time.
nope, that's the wrong one. That's the It's time
we
for
have
a
a
new
guest.
topic.
We have a new topic.
That sounded so creepy.
Do you get it, or do I have to explain?
Somebody's at the door.
Now, you have a different, as a working stand-up comic, you have a very different perspective because you, in the last 2 years, you actually packed up from LA, you left. You were already kind of established in the UK, I suppose. I mean, you have a lot of connections, it seems like, in Europe, and you became a working comedian in Europe.
Right.
And now you're back here. But knowing what you know and how the pandemic has changed the comedy scene, would you be better off still performing there, or what do you think?
Well, what do you mean? Do you mean if there was no pandemic, or if there was a pandemic?
No. Considering what you know now, would you have changed? Would you have moved back?
No. I mean, I would have stayed at home. I think everybody in this pandemic is going home pretty much. If you have a place that feels comfortable to you, you're going there, and that's important. And England was never home. It was always
So you never
foreign.
really had.
You just
never
lost
really
all your fans from London.
That's okay.
You didn't consider
No.
the UK your home at any point in time.
No, absolutely not. Yes, the healthcare was free for me, but other than that, I mean, it wasn't home. It wasn't home at all. I went and did a gig outside of London, and I remember all I said was, I'm an American, and this lady was like, American? We're English. And I was like, yeah. And she goes, we're English. And I was like, I get it. She's like, we're English. And I was like,
Oh.
you
Still
topic.
learning the buttons here.
You topic.
I was giving. You see.
I needed. Those people sound like they're about to start crying, or they're held on like at
Okay.
gunpoint. They're
Okay.
like,
So I'll
"Laugh."
get a better laugh track. I will.
Now I have the opposite of clipping. Am I an echo now? Is this just?
Wait. You're an echo?
I feel like I'm in a chamber. If you guys can hear me,
echo.
oh hey, that's perfect.
Oh, there we go.
That's real good.
See,
Yep.
That's real good.
you guys, this is a work in progress. I have to tell you, I sweat more, and I've almost had panic attacks because of this room.
Are you trying to say you haven't mastered podcasting in 2 episodes?
Fuck, man.
As he's working 9 cameras and 4 laugh tracks.
And 7 bells.
Yeah, bells and.
And the guy saying, welcome.
I pay that guy. I have to pay that guy $50 in royalties every time.
Every
And
time.
you used it by accident.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Wait. So
The UK was never home.
How are
LA
the
is
clubs
home.
there?
how's the
Amazing.
Yes.
The comedy was fantastic. You would never have to worry about an empty room. You literally would have a full room
Oh, wow.
99% of the time. And when I say full, I mean like it was sold out because they buy tickets 6 months in advance to shows.
Wow.
Not only comedy shows, we're talking concerts, we're talking whatever you want. You're buying every ticket 6 months in advance. So whatever's on the calendar for that night, they are going all out for that night. So as far as people goes, they were wonderful people from place to place. You know, it's kind of like America. There's like shitholes and then there's not shitholes. And the places that weren't shitholes were fun. It's like your Bostons and your New Yorks and, you know, your Austins or whatever, like big cities that were really nice. But then there was also just like your fucking Birmingham, Alabamas, which were just shit.
Like that
Right.
one lady who...
We're English. I'll never forget that.
Wow. Did you?
While she was drinking a Corona, which I found stupid.
Of course.
How did you find the audiences to your comedy? I mean, you have a very I think your comedy can transcend a lot of lines.
Wow.
No, I really do. No, because you set it. You're very good at the setup punch, the formulaic method, but you give a very good
Piece of my heart.
a piece of yourself for
Yeah.
sure.
They loved it. I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I didn't do poorly. I did well a lot, and it was fun. And it's easy jokes, you know. And also, they're amused by me being brown and American. The first joke I think was,
Is that ironic to them in some
yeah.
way?
What's the first joke? My name's Omid. I'm an American. Yes, we look like this too. That's the opening line.
And they loved it every
And
time.
they didn't love it every time, but that was like, that sets the bar for what you're gonna get. You're gonna get that kind of quick,
That's
skewed.
when the lady was like, "We're British."
We're British. We're English. That bitch.
Wow.
That show I did tank. I tanked hard.
Because
That
Of
lady
her,
threw me
yeah.
off completely.
you didn't say anything to her.
I try. You know, if you don't hit somebody with the right response the first time, you lose the crowd because the crowd goes, "Oh,
Yeah.
can't trust him. He doesn't have it." I mean, I'll listen to him and I'll be polite, but nah, I'm out.
Yeah.
It just sometimes you just don't get
Yeah.
lucky with that first right response. Like if you don't see the person or if you don't exactly hear what they're saying or if you really just can't comprehend if it was racist or just a comment or a joke, it's like it kind of takes you out of the whole thing.
Now, let me ask you, do you think that people check out quicker now than they maybe used to 30, 40 years ago?
I don't know. I
Because
wasn't here
of,
34
well, I
years.
know, but when you see the way comedy is, like, no.
How old do you think I am, Brian?
I wasn't there.
Mother.
No, I don't.
sounds.
I
Give me
don't.
a
I don't
sound.
think so. I don't think so. I know everybody's like, "Oh yeah, I want to get out of here. I want to get out of here."
Yeah.
But no, I don't think people check out as much. I think people still love sitting through 6 comics.
Yeah, I think when the comedy clubs started taking the cell phones away, the shows were better.
Yeah, but there were fewer people in the room.
There were.
That's true.
The Improv had fewer people.
What?
Wow.
I mean,
That's
they.
a bad example.
Yeah.
That's the only one I know where they actually took your phones. I guess the Laugh Factory did it
The Comedy
too.
Store did too.
They took your phones?
Yeah.
Oh, for Dave Chappelle shows and stuff like that up in the Billy? Or like for regular shows too?
In the main room.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good for them.
Wow. Now, Courtney Sheuerman, you a year ago, this is so awesome. She got to do the USO tour through Italy, right?
Mm-hmm.
God, like pre-pandemic. How are the crowds, the military crowds, good?
You know, it's give or take. So I mean, some of the shows you're performing in like a huge. What are you laughing at? Oh.
16
Sometimes-
buttons and 35 sounds, Courtney.
And my ugly face when you're talking. People would rather see you.
Yeah, no, Courtney. Here we go.
Sometimes you're performing in a theater, you know, like to a full packed room, and then you show up to other bases, and you're literally in a cafeteria in the middle at like 2 p.m. where they're completely sober, and then it's hot, and they're annoyed, and they're literally like they have to be there, so they're just staring at you like, "Fuck, can we fucking go?" So it's a lot like LA.
It sounds like the college
Oh, we have
circuit.
that. We have that
Yeah.
sound effect.
Yeah.
I just did it, guys. I just did it.
No.
Don't go through the buttons.
You don't have to post this
You
one.
Just wait
see,
for the
like,
next
my
one.
I'm twitching right
Just-
now.
just
trying
wait for
to
the next
get
one.
To
Yeah.
the buttons. I'm developing some type of carpal tunnel from pushing so many buttons. Okay, so that's super. Do you think when are those tours gonna go back?
It's gonna be a while, and then I know that because I was supposed to do another one this year. I know all of the dates. They're literally just taking that calendar and moving it to next year.
They're just pushing everything 1 year back.
Yeah.
I have a quick question. What about your transportation? Do you get there like in a C-100 or do you like fly regular commercial?
You fly regular commercial, and then sometimes you're on a bus, sometimes you're in a van.
Are you
like I
scared
did
at all when you're going out there?
No.
Okay.
And it's funny because a lot of people are like, "Oh, you know, be careful." We went over I did a tour in a military tour in South Korea, and it was like around the time, you know, that all the stuff was going on with North Korea, and people are like, you know, like, be careful,
Yeah,
like
North
you're fucking
Korea's
crazy going
always
over there.
popping.
But no, but if you think about it, it's probably the safest place to
In the
possibly
world.
be like
Yeah.
on the base with like all the missiles and everything. So
Yeah,
I'd say Jamaica's pretty safe though. I don't think
Alright,
North
okay,
Korea's
yeah.
really going for Jamaica.
All right,
right
well,
now.
second. It's the second safest place to be.
If I had to choose between South Korea or Jamaica, I'd probably go in Jamaica.
Yeah, imagine how many countries you would take over before you got to Jamaica.
All of them.
Like,
Jamaica's dead. Jamaica's literally dead last.
wow.
You're gonna take over the Maldives before you go to Jamaica.
Oh my God. No, I just mean being on a military base, any kind of military base. It's the safest place you can
Do
be.
the soldiers drink at all?
Yeah, that's all they do.
Ooh, so some of them are just shit-faced.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, every night, just again.
But I'll bet
I mean,
they
there's
don't
bars.
heckle.
What's that?
I'll bet they don't heckle.
That's
'cause-
all they do.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I would think
Yeah.
they're very disciplined and they just listen.
I mean, there's a mix. Again, it's the same thing as LA. Like
Right.
some clubs you go into and like
Everyone,
they've got it under
everyone
control.
feels like everyone feels like they got kidnapped, like they're a prisoner.
They have their phone taken away. They're just quietly sitting there. And then other times it's just a shit show. Like one person gets away with it, and then it's just fucking rapid fire everyone. So
They're holding their guns, rapid fire.
I think it's absolutely amazing that you got to do that. I don't know when the world is. My sister lived in Italy, and she says they're dying for American tourists. They don't talk about COVID no more. They just, whatever happens, they can't shut the economy down anymore. Like, people are too.
wait, this is in Italy?
Yeah, my sister lives in the south of Italy, too, where it wasn't as
I
bad.
thought they just shut Italy back down.
No, not that I know of. I talked to my sister yesterday. I think she
You
would.
should talk to her today.
But no, understand the north and south of Italy are very, very different.
Okay.
Very different. My sister said if they did lock it down again, the prime minister would probably get kidnapped.
Oh damn.
But it's still like got some spiciness to it.
What's the city that's owned by the mafia?
The Vatican?
Ah. Hit it. There we go.
Yeah, you see, we did. You're getting it. Yeah, that's a good call.
The Vatican. Survey says, ding.
And look, there's some lady that's just still getting it. I love it.
No, those people are sad. That sound effect should turn into them crying after.
It should. Look at their face. Was like, ah!
You've had too many happy audiences, Omid. I promise.
Dude, I love audiences. I miss audiences.
What's your best audience?
As far as two come to mind immediately. There was an audience at the Irvine Improv many, many years ago, the old Irvine Improv, which was by Yard House, where it felt like every joke I told was like a wave because I would tell the joke and I would get the response back from them like it was hitting me, and then I would hit them with another joke and then they would hit me back, and it was unbelievable, and there was the entire set. And then the other one was the first time I did the Kennedy Center, and the second time I did the Kennedy Center. Both times actually were unbelievable, like the best experiences.
And that's a pretty big. Like, how many people in the Kennedy
2,000
Center?
people.
So yeah, for you to
And those are
hit on-
2,000 stuffy people. Like you.
DC people. I mean, DC people are good people.
They are, but
I like DC people.
I thought, wouldn't it be? I don't know. I thought the Kennedy Center might be stuffier.
To be honest, I thought it was in New York.
No, it's in DC. But it's no, because they're so smart. They're not that they're smart, actually. I'm not saying they're smarter than anybody else. It's just that they're in the thick of it. So if you bring up the thick of it to them, they enjoy it a little bit, and you show them a side that like they're so used to, and they're just making fun of it. They love it, and I had a great time there. And it's also just set up perfectly. It's like you walk out, it's everybody's seated, and you just get to have fun, and it was unbelievable experience.
And you were there with Maz,
Yeah.
and those were his fans, or was it
His fans, yeah. His fans.
Wait, does he have good fans?
He's got some of the best fans, and then he's got some of the hardest fans to please, because he's got a lot of Persian fans that they like look at his openers. They're like, "You're not Maz. Like, we came to see Maz. Like, what's an opening act?
Yeah.
What's a host? Like,
I don't even think Omid is Persian.
Oh, that's so good.
They're like, this is the time to
That
go
was
to the
so
bathroom.
good, Brian. On the way over here, I thought Persian is like being Jewish without the perks, and I just don't know why. That's like it popped in my brain. I was like, that's kind of what it is. And then
think that's
Persian Jew is just like, you're killing it. Like, you got the best of, you got the food and you got the culture. I don't know what it is, but it's great.
Oh, that's amazing. Now, ladies and gentlemen,
Change the topic.
I'm so excited for this one. All right. This is you can start, Omid. All right.
I can start.
This is a question, and this is a serious question, and I want a serious answer. Like
Is that why you have such a serious face?
are high
That's
in this.
yeah.
The stakes are very high in this. Okay.
Talk to me.
Donald Trump
Ooh.
drops Pence, and he calls you Omid. Omid Singh.
Yeah.
I need you as my campaign manager, and you have to pick what do I do to get your vote? What vice president, living or dead, any person?
I can pick a dead vice president for him.
Well, in this particular scenario, they are back to life through some nice regenerative method. So it's not
Ruth Bader
zombie.
Ginsburg then.
You would say you would vote for Trump if he
No.
picked up what would it take for you to vote for Trump? What vice president?
What would it take for me to vote
What
for
vice
Trump?
president?
And you're saying he has to.
If he would just,
And you have to.
you know, it doesn't even matter about the pick. It's if he just comes out and speaks honestly and condemns everything that he should condemn and says the truth about what our situation is and there's no bullshit behind it, I would vote for him.
Not the question, though. We want you to pick a vice president.
Who would be the vice president that would make
Living?
me get his vote?
Dead?
Okay.
I know mine if you need
Go
it.
ahead, please.
Well,
yeah.
hold. No.
Oh, shit. It's-
Omid's mother's like kidnapped by Trump, right? He's like by the people. Like he has to choose. This is like you can't.
All right, you're on trial.
I'll choose my mom then, right?
Oh God, I fucked that. I fucked that.
I'll go
one
my
up.
mom. My mom would be a great
Vice
vice
president.
president.
Is she?
Little nutty, but she'd be a great vice president.
I would consider that
cute.
ticket.
Yeah, I'd pick my mom.
I would
Nice.
consider Courtney Sheuerman.
I mean, look at me. Look how I turned out. I'm basically America.
I would pick Obama
So Trump, if Trump ran
Why?
with Obama as vice
because
president,
I absolutely love him.
you would vote for Trump.
Yeah.
You're
If
with your
he-
vehement hate for this particular man.
But he's
yeah,
already
well,
been
you
president.
also said I had
Yeah,
to.
I don't think that's
Well, yeah.
legal.
He's already been president.
I don't
not
think
in
it's
the
legal
To have a
Constitution.
dead
I don't
guy.
think the scenario's legal, Brian.
No,
That's a great point, Courtney.
no, it's totally legal. You can be president and vice president again because if Michelle Obama ran,
She was never vice president. She was first
no,
lady.
no, if Michelle,
You know, if any of the Obamas, if he
If
brought any
Michelle
of the
Obama
not the
ran.
children, but Michelle or
What about Steve Obama?
What's wrong with Malia?
I don't.
so you would vote for Trump if Obama. You love Obama that much that you're willing to overlook.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, if I have to.
Yeah,
You're not like making it
that's
seem
the
like well,
scenario.
you would overlook. No, I would never overlook what he's.
Okay, so then now Joe Biden comes to your door and he's like, you gave Trump this ultimate ticket. What can I do to step my game up? Now I'm dropping Kamala.
And you're working for both
Kamala
sides.
doesn't have the pizzazz that
I got
Obama
mine.
does.
I got mine.
So no, this ticket in this universe, it's Trump, Obama, and Biden is now at your door.
Yeah, I'm stealing his RBG.
Bernie Sanders was mine, actually. I'd say if he was like,
Oh.
I'll take Bernie Sanders and he can
Oh.
run.
So
Yeah,
you, Biden, Bernie, double B.
Or just Bernie.
Well, that's not.
Biden Bernie would be great. Yeah, I'd
That's
take
an
Biden
old
Bernie.
ticket.
Yeah.
That's an old.
They're all old. They're all old. We never pick young people, which is so stupid. Who
It
I
really
really
is a
want?
crazy.
LeBron. I would take LeBron for president. Think about it. He'd win Florida. He'd win Ohio. He'd win California.
Would you vote for Trump if he took
And you feel like
LeBron?
he can hire good people, though, to work with him.
Exactly. He always has a good team.
Right.
That's
He
true.
always
get it.
has a good team, except for J.R. Smith.
He doesn't even have to be in the Oval Office.
J.R. Smith, is that his name? Yeah.
Yeah.
So would you vote for Trump if LeBron was on the ticket?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. It's a tough one. It would have to be LeBron Trump. It'd have to be LeBron president, Trump vice.
So Trump.
And it's got to be
Right
LeBron's
now.
first name and Trump's last
Isn't
name.
it crazy that that's not even that far fetched of an idea?
I mean, if The Rock is going to run for president, I think LeBron should run for president.
wait, is The Rock really running for president?
He will eventually, yeah, of course.
He has to, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
That's the only where he can go.
All these people are groomed to run for president.
Really?
Trump has
But
been
you think it's going to be
groomed.
someone from Hollywood, like an actor?
Schwarzenegger set the
Ronald
mold.
Reagan was an
Yeah,
actor,
but he was
bro.
a governor.
No, Reagan
Ronald
set
Reagan.
the mold.
Ronald
Right.
Reagan was the actor.
Trump followed
And
the mold.
nobody has been in office that's been an actor since then.
Like,
Trump is an actor.
Trump's an
Trump was in
actor.
Home Alone too.
Okay, yeah.
And it doesn't matter what party they are. Like they can just switch according to which way
They
the
could be part of the
scale
Green
is
Party at that point, or anybody. Yeah, could be any party. It doesn't matter.
If The Rock ran as a write-in, how much? Like, what percent do you think he could get? 5?
Less than 1.
Oh, less than
If
1.
he ran,
Less than 1, yeah. Not more than 1%.
I think
Okay, The Rock and Oprah.
Unless it was, unless it,
Oprah could absolutely be president.
if the voting was like by phone, maybe he'd get 2%. But like if you gotta like go to the polls, I think even if you have to go to the polls, you're gonna look it down and be like, Rock Oprah. No.
Wait, what year do you think we're
You
going to
would
allow
say
to be voted by
Johnson
phone?
Oprah.
Rock Oprah? No.
Oh my God! So all right, now we're back.
What
to the-
year do you think we're gonna go to phone voting?
Yeah, it will absolutely happen.
12 years from now?
The government moves slow. I get it. Yeah.
12 years? 12?
But
yeah.
at that time, your phone's probably going to be hooked to your skin.
Right. Whatever's going to be like, you put your scanned, and then they'd be like, oh, we know you're already voting for so-and-so. It's like, okay, yeah, good.
Yeah, we've listened to all your
We
conversations.
got it, yeah.
Like,
No surprise. You're voting for Barron. We get it.
yeah, you're voting for Barron.
If you think
Barron and Bronny.
Barron and Bronny would be an awful. Barron Trump, Bronny James
That's
would be god awful.
spicy, spicy. All right, I think. Oh wait, Courtney, no, your Biden ticket. I need your Biden ticket.
I did, RBG.
RBG.
Oh, Biden, RBG. That's you guys get older.
I wouldn't
and
mind a general either. I wouldn't mind somebody military to be president.
I'm afraid of that actually because the military
Yeah,
already
I'm not-
really runs. You can tell by where all the money goes. Look at our national budget.
But our national budget goes to corporations.
Yeah,
It goes
I
to
wouldn't
Lockheed
say-
Martin and Boeing and Coca-Cola and yada yada.
Which is scary and true, and the
We got stocks in all of them, baby.
You know, well, the people who run. I mean, my mother works for Lockheed Martin.
Does she really?
Yes.
Your mom works for Lockheed Martin?
Yes, for quite some time. She'll probably retire with them.
That's great.
She's one of their human resources.
Is she doing okay
executives.
over there? Are they doing okay?
Yeah, well, she just works from home now because her job is vital. Like because she does high level, equal employment hiring, high level, like giant packages for like 18,000 people's health plans.
Cool.
You know, stuff like that. So, yeah, it's about figuring out a new reality for workers because they have a lot of engineers that couldn't get in and out of the country, and they're doing vital jobs in other parts of the world. And they can't get into those countries, or they get stuck in airports because they can't go anywhere. And it's like figuring out those like legal things. And right now with the world the way it is, those problems are crazy. And the thing is her work, because you know a lot of these home offices are like, if you want to work from home now, you work Monday through Thursday, like 10, 12 hours a day.
Jesus.
Yeah, like you choose. Like if you're going to work at home, you only work 4 days. But but the thing is when you're working
Why?
from
Why
home.
can't they just work?
Because you do more. They find that you're more productive that way. If you're jamming and you get a longer break, they find, you know, and high level people do these studies and I don't know. Like for me, I enjoy having my work like as a full-time thing in my brain. And my mom says I am actually doing more work now that I'm at home because I'm always thinking about things. And she set up the basement for her office.
And she can't like get away from it. It's in her home, so.
Yeah.
But you know how we love comedy?
Yes.
People have passions. So to somebody who loves doing their job 10 to 12 hours, they love it.
Yeah.
I know people who are architects that love that shit. They can do it all day. Like if somebody told me you're going to be working from 8:30 to 7 on a building, I'd be like, you can go fuck yourself. Like that's so long. That's all day, but that's not my passion. But if someone said work on this script all day, that's easy, right? Work on that podcast all day. Yeah, we can do that. Work on that headshot or whatever you got to do. I mean, the length of work, it really just depends on what you're doing. And people love what they're doing. You find a niche. If you hate
Yeah.
what you're doing, then I understand. But
Well, to me, that's why I think the pandemic was actually good for me. no, it was personally because I got to focus. Look, I
this
was
pandemic was
no,
awesome.
No, for me, look, I was
really
a
good for
fledgling comedian around LA, getting time. but
Fledgling.
No, I was getting good stage time. I'm known, but look, I needed to diversify myself. I needed to finish my movie. I needed to do other things, and it forced me in another direction. Look, we've all pivoted 1,000 times.
Yeah.
This was just a big force. Like I went through I don't know if it was a depression, but I questioned my identity, my worth, like what.
The past couple months, you mean?
Well, at the beginning.
Yeah.
Now,
I remember. We were all a little worried about you.
Well,
We had a side text going on.
sure, fine.
Where was I?
Yeah. But no, it's like you just like everything else in life. You can sit in the corner and whine and moan and cry about how it used to be and all the opportunities you had, or you can try something else and focus on forward instead of back. And that's literally like I found it through a lot of self-examination and reevaluation of my choices and what I've done to get this far. It's whatever that means, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Right before we started the podcast, Brian was just saying that.
Exactly. Because you are forced to spend time with yourself. And, you know, it goes back to the whole thing also of you can't love anybody else till you love yourself. So, you know, whatever issues you have, you are forced to deal with those issues staying at home.
Alone.
Yeah.
Looking at yourself in the mirror every
Right,
day.
unless you're Tyler Herro.
Yeah, man, you can just fuck right before a basketball game. Like, I'm an old man. I could not have sex 2 days before a game.
Wait, so
I don't have that energy anymore.
Are we all in agreement in this room that like the pandemic, there was
Helped
some good
us?
to it? Yeah.
Yeah, it helped me for sure.
Yeah, no, it really same here.
I look like I ate the old Omid Singh.
Yeah, I mean,
No, hold on.
not
yeah.
even the right button.
Yeah, no, yeah, I mean, what?
Yeah, I mean, finding tennis was a big help. Finding
Ooh, you're playing
workout strategy.
tennis?
Yeah,
And
playing
your
a
game
lot
is
of
sharp?
tennis.
Are you really as
Can
sharp?
you teach
Yeah.
me how to play?
I mean, I could. How bad are you?
You hit the ball over the net, you know.
I can hit the ball up in the net.
You just got to learn
It's
how
also
to keep
keeping score. Yeah, keeping
Yeah.
score is a big one. Knowing what the score
15-30
is.
love.
But I believe in you, Courtney. I would play tennis with you.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah, but I just don't want to babysit.
But it's
No,
kind of
I
as-
said, could you teach me how to play?
That's babysitting.
So then no.
Are you paying me to teach you how to play tennis?
I'm trying to find the right button.
Bing bong bing.
That's
That's the one you're looking for?
That was the laugh button. All right.
Can we please
It's
turn it-
time for a new topic. We're in the newsroom now. Hold on, Brian.
Hey.
This story. Do you want to do the Coinbase story for us?
Yes.
This kind of goes on. Okay, here's a today news story
Like
about.
you were talking about Lockheed Martin with your mom and all that. So, Coinbase is based in Silicon Valley, and it's in exchanges Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash and all other kinds of cryptocurrency. And so they are trying to say that they're anti-politics stance. So they're offering an exit package. So they're not taking any political stance on either side, and they're offering people 4 to 6 months severance if you don't agree with their beliefs.
What are their beliefs?
Nothing.
Zero political belief. Like they're not making any statements like Black Lives Matter. They're not saying that they don't matter, but they're also not saying it. So
So your job at Coinbase, if you are not focused on Coinbase as a company, and you would like to make political stances like an NBA player or whomever.
Like if you post on Instagram, all Black Lives
yes,
Matter.
Yes, if you're, well, I don't know.
You can't do that. Yeah.
I don't know to what extent social media.
He says that people's views have the potential to destroy the company's values and also being a distraction and creating internal distance with the
Turmoil.
employees.
Well, then you
Yeah.
don't have a strong company.
But they are offering people who don't agree 4 to 6 months of severance pay.
Right.
That's fine. Yeah, take it.
So you would take the severance.
Yeah, I would take the severance
So that being said, if you
and
worked-
donate it to my favorite places and organizations.
So in this scenario, you're comfortable enough to do that.
Well, yeah, I'm sure Coinbase wasn't my lifelong dream. I didn't even know what Coinbase was until 10 seconds ago. So I'm sure I can find a new job.
Well, it's where people buy and sell Bitcoin and things
Yeah.
like or and trade it, but it's a
I
Get
can
a
live
job
with.
at Bitcoin.
I can
what
live
would you
without
think
it.
if more companies were to start doing that and not being
I would say that's going in.
nonpartisan?
That's
basically?
going in a terrible direction. Then that's going in a Handmaid's Tale section where we're no longer wearing I don't know red anymore. Red's gone. No more red. Oh, we're not wearing blue either.
Yeah, it's literally
Just
like
white.
saying at
Everybody
home,
put white on.
you're not allowed to wear pajamas.
Yeah, like
Nobody that
no,
works
you don't
here
get
is
to
allowed to
tell
wear
me what
right?
I feel about the country, or that's the whole point to America. And the second any company tries to go like, you don't actually get to have a position on anything. It's like, oh, well, then what are we in North Korea? That's a North Korean stance on a business. That's not an American stance on a business. So
They're
go
not
fuck
telling
yourself,
you
Coinbase.
how to feel, or
They're telling you
which
not
party.
to feel.
No, they're just saying that they're not doing it as a company. They're not going one way or the other.
A
They
company
they want people
cannot-
to work.
Right.
You're there to work, not to talk about politics. So
Yeah, but making a statement like that is weird. Like McDonald's doesn't make a statement like that, and there's no Black Lives Matter posters at a McDonald's. Like you don't know what a McDonald's employee's stance is on stuff. But if somebody at McDonald's said, "Hey, you know, Black Lives Matter," I wouldn't be like, "Oh my God, you can't say that here. You're supposed to be nonpartisan."
I understand
Yeah.
at a company saying that within the company we're not going to discuss. We just ask our employees not to discuss the matter.
That's crazy.
I mean, at work.
That's nuts.
No, I'm saying at work. I understand a company being like, we're just trying to keep this non-political at work.
yeah,
Outside, you can say or do whatever
it's
you
all
want.
about work.
That's like Pompeii.
No,
like
but
if
if they're saying that they can't post things on Instagram, that's their own personal life.
They didn't specifically say that. They're just saying this is how we are operating. And if you disagree the way that we're operating, we'll offer you a severance package.
Okay, so imagine Pompeii, the volcano just erupted, and there's a company that's like a couple blocks away from the volcano, and they're like, you know what? We're just not going to talk about the volcano. We're just not that company. We're just going to pretend it's not happening. We'd really like you to focus on making these bowls instead of talking about this volcano that just erupted.
They will burn.
Thank you.
Well, no,
You need to be
it's a little
informed.
different because our country is divided. There is a divide. I mean, look at the debate. There is a divide in our country that is happening, and so
You have to talk about
Which
it.
also happens
You
at
can-
the workplace, but also you just said you have to be informed, but you shouldn't be informed by people's opinions at the workplace necessarily. You could go inform yourself at home, read stories, read the news, like watch the news.
talk
or-
about it at home. Yeah.
But everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'm not saying you should hate somebody
Right.
for their opinion, but if somebody had an opinion even in this room that we didn't agree with, we wouldn't be like, well, we're never going to talk about it. We'd be like, well, let me hear it out. Let me see what you're trying to say, because that's the smarter way around it, because we're trying to avoid being divided. We're trying to stop being divided. And also what's dividing us is probably paper thin. It's nothing real. It's nothing that you can actually put your finger on and be like, this is what's dividing us. It's an idea.
It's not politics.
No, it's fiction to a degree. It's like it's just something that's been passed along. What did you say? It's not politics?
Yeah.
It's infiltrated
It's not-
politics.
It's a little bit of political.
Well, because
Even at a
politicians
workplace.
need votes, and certain people who have certain feelings vote or give money to
Well, I mean,
people.
what are we saying? It's not politics. It's all politics. It's nothing but politics.
Racism and stuff?
Yeah.
I think it's more than politics. I think it's somebody saying, I have control over you. And that wasn't a political move. That was an unequal distribution of...
But our politics, our policies put it that somebody could have
Oh,
control
yeah.
over somebody.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it all goes back to
Yeah.
the idea. I mean, slavery was absolutely political.
Sure.
So
Yeah, you're right.
racism and that, I mean, that's
You're right.
what's actually even before slavery.
It's before government, too. It's
Yeah.
colonies and before colonies, and it's
Right.
Christopher Columbus coming over and killing everybody and all that jazz.
Yeah, which was politically driven as well.
Fuck you, Spain.
But
I don't know. I'm divided on this issue. Like
Let's not talk about it then.
Well, no, you have a really good point about.
hey,
That's not.
It's
We
so
only want
fun.
to talk about stuff that we can all agree on.
No, that's boring too.
No.
Imagine a room that
Yeah.
everybody just kind of agrees on shit.
I know. If we all just looked at each other and were like,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah.
These bells have to get off the board.
No, you.
I'm not
The
touching
co-host,
anyone.
she's
Not touching
learning.
anyone.
Time for a
it's
new-
color coded. I guess the reason I'm divided is because as a corporation CEO, you have a responsibility to shareholders, to employees, to make a company and provide an environment that where everyone feels comfortable, that everyone can do their work, because that's what everyone is there for. And a lot of what you do in your spare time has become intermingled with our working environments, and sometimes that creates conflict. It creates animosity. It
It takes up time. I understand what you're saying.
productivity.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying. If you're not being productive at work, sure. If it's distracting you so much from working, it's an issue. But if you're able to talk about stuff and also get your work done, it's a balancing act. I'm not saying you just stop working and then you're just making posters all day. Like, you got to fucking do your job. Can we also copyright Make a Company Great Again? Because I feel like there's something to that. And I just thought of it when you said something about companies. Make a company great again? Anybody?
Yeah,
I
you
just bought the
probably could.
website.
I mean, what are you gonna? Is that hat gonna be on
We've
red?
got to put a hat on. Yeah, make
On
a
a
company
red-
great again.
Trump, he really put a different stigma on making anything great again.
Because how is he the guy who ever made anything? He's not even good. Have you been to the Taj Mahal in Atlantic City? Have you ever been to the Trump Hotel in Vegas?
I've never been to any
No.
Trump property.
Literally never. Nobody has stepped foot in that building. And if you would think, if you're like the guy who, how many Hiltons have we all been to? Marriott's, Radisson's, all of them. Trump hotels, 0.
I really would like to see the Whitney Houston room at the Beverly Hills Hilton.
What's the Whitney Houston? Is it the one
When
she
she
died?
died.
She died in, yeah. they
Why do you want to
closed.
see that? See if
Probably
she's
at a
still there?
big, long
Just to
glass table.
see, get a photo. I don't know.
I've never been to the Chateau Marmont.
Oh,
No?
Never.
wow.
One time I was supposed to go, but we couldn't get in.
Do you think places like that are going to stay open or be able to?
Yeah.
You think so? I don't know.
Places like that, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
That place has been around forever, so.
Yeah, but that property's worth so much, a developer would want to tear that up.
Did you see the new hotel that's open across from the Comedy Store?
The Pembury.
The crazy one with all the lights?
The Pembury.
It's
I
nuts.
think it's residences.
Oh, it's residences? It's not a
Wait,
hotel?
it opened?
I don't know if it opened, but all the
Oh.
lights are on, and
Oh, the lights are on?
there's like, it looks like that stadium in Brooklyn, the Barclays Center. It's got this weird lighting.
And it's got rolling.
rolling.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they're like live work spaces.
Okay. I thought it was a hotel.
Like
Well, like live.
There's
work,
another
space.
new hotel right down the
live
street, the
workspace.
Jeremy.
Cool.
Lots of new places on Sunset that are empty.
Yeah, live workspace just means your apartment. All right,
Okay.
so I think we've exhausted all the. I really appreciate Omid and Courtney, your point of view on some of this stuff, because you look at things very differently than I do, and I'm all for.
Well, we're women, so.
Self-expression. I'm all for self-expression and one being true to who they are, but when you work for the man, sometimes you got to go by the man's rules.
Which man are we talking about?
Yeah,
The man who works at.
Coinbase, anyone who works for any man.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Or for
Any
any company.
job.
What if you don't support their?
Yeah, any job. People who work at Chick-fil-A. What, anything.
It's
Yeah,
tough.
I mean,
It's tough.
We're in unprecedented times. It's not. There's no one.
But
it's
also,
uncharted territory. in a
yeah, there's
way.
like 100 points to check, right? I might agree with 97 of them and disagree with 3 of them. It really makes me have to think about how much I weigh on those 3 things and those 97 things, because that also depends. Like, oh, I love the chicken at Chick-fil-A, but I also like gay people. Ooh.
It's a very good analogy.
Thank you.
That's
Well,
very
you
good.
brought it up. Whoever brought up Chick-fil-A.
But I'm Jewish and they're closed on Sundays.
Ooh.
All right, well, I
Wait,
guess
that's a good thing, isn't it?
There is no good answer.
No.
There is absolutely no good answer. So for the last time, last one for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Courtney, first in the pandemic, what's the best way to date? How do you date? How does one meet new people right now? What is the best medium? What,
Instagram.
you think? And
Yeah.
just
That's a great
slide
answer.
in a DM.
Yeah.
Great answer.
Slide
Yeah,
in.
because every person is on it every day. So I mean,
Slide into a DM.
slide in the DM.
Great
That's
answer.
interesting. Yeah. And then you're just kind of at the I guess at the will of whoever comes on your feed or whoever you've been creeping on, I guess. I don't
What
know.
if you're private?
Oh well, I mean,
Then you're in a
don't-
relationship.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be private.
Don't make it private.
Omid Singh, how your current girlfriend, how long have you two been together?
I don't have a girlfriend.
Oh,
Thanks
you
for rubbing that
don't?
in.
Oh, I
Brian?
thought so when was the last one time you broke up then?
A
When was-
month ago.
A month.
Yeah, a month ago.
I'm sorry. Yes, now this whole story has washed over me like
She lives in Canada, and then when the pandemic happened, it just got really, really, really.
You
really,
just don't
really,
like to
really,
date
really
people
tough.
in the United States.
I didn't meet anybody in the United States, but now I'm going to try to meet somebody local.
So then, yeah, what is the best way? Are you gonna more DM?
No, I want to meet somebody. I want to meet somebody organically,
Like
and
the old school way.
like old school way. And I want to actually, I wouldn't mind dating somebody I know. I wouldn't mind going on dates with friends and then seeing if there's something.
Which, by the way, I hear is happening a lot more now because people really can't go out that much anymore. So they're
like,
they're
you'll
calling like old hookups and you're like, hey, you single?
I mean, it makes sense. Yeah.
That's super interesting. I wish you both.
Well, how are you dating? What's your?
No, I'm currently my whole
You're currently what, Brian?
Well, I'm currently dating someone,
Oh, okay.
but I
just wanted you to.
I
complete the
don't like
sentence.
I have too much. Okay, the problem with me is it's like I am a functional crazy person. So I know.
That's what you think the problem with you is?
You mean one of the things?
Come on, nobody's jumping on that. No, you guys are all gonna be over that one.
No, it's that
Courtney, where were you on that one? I thought that was all you.
I'm currently in a good place and I'm happy, and I've had a lot of really bad relationships where I've tried so hard and
got so far.
yeah. So
in
what?
the end,
So that's why
doesn't
I say
even matter.
We just lost
I don't know.
viewers.
I don't know. Like I have zero idea on how to keep a relationship.
Hilarious.
Well, here.
Hilarious.
Brian,
We got
I
one
know
right.
you.
Good job.
I've known you for 10 years, 9
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, 9 probably. Oh.
I can give you some advice.
Yes.
Do it.
Number 1, make sure they're over 20 years old.
Whoa.
Only
No,
a
it's good
couple.
advice.
Yeah, fine.
It's good advice. He goes,
Perfect.
"Ah."
Perfect. Only a
Deep
couple.
cut. Deep cut.
Only a
No,
couple,
but
yeah.
very solid point.
Yeah.
20, way over than 20. Let's go 23,
We're
24.
starting- We're starting at 20.
No. Like I say, I believe in. No, I believe in I just enjoy when people are interested in me, and then I go from there. I don't like seeking people out because I usually I don't like
You
the
don't want to
denial.
put in the effort.
I don't like denial. I don't like the effort I have to put in to get for a rejection when I know I could just be working on my own
You should
stuff.
put this on your dating profile.
I don't like
I
denial.
don't. I don't have any.
like denial,
No,
I
that's
don't
the
like
thing.
Come to
effort.
me.
No,
Effort's not a strong point.
You
for
better
me.
like me
I-
from the beginning.
no, and that's the thing with the pandemic. I believe a lot of people, who may have been more into the dating scene have realized that maybe. I don't know, maybe just chilling out with some of your friends or the people that you know. Maybe it was right in front of you the whole time.
I think it is. I think it always is right in front of you the whole time.
Yeah, so that's why I
Courtney, do you want to go out sometime?
I'm in a relationship.
Oh, wow. That
So that's a
denial
no.
was too hard.
Hard no.
I got to go. That denial was too much.
Yeah, Brian, you knew I was in a relationship. We're such good
I didn't
friends.
hook you guys. I didn't ask you out.
I asked you out.
No, but when I said I'm in a relationship, I thought you were like, what?
No, I knew you were in LA, but I don't know him and I've never brought it up, so I didn't feel like why talk about someone that I don't really know. Or is he a UFC fighter?
No. He's
Okay.
not. He's a writer.
A writer?
He heard UFC
He's not
fighter.
a fighter. He's a
No,
writer.
she's dated you. She's
I've just-
likes UFC. Like when I'm not a big UFC fight, so if I ever do talk about fights, she would come in as my expert translator.
Nice.
I've already decided.
Cool.
That's how that would work because, comedians have to talk about UFC. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it an hour. Can you believe it?
Oh my gosh.
That was quick.
Can you believe
The
it?
music woke me up.
That was good, right? See, this is, I'm waiting. I don't have my graphics. I
Has
don't
this
have-
been broadcasting, or is this just for us in this room right now?
No, I'll post it tonight.
Okay, so it's not
No,
broadcast.
just on my YouTube page, so my subscribers get it and they pass it along. The first one, I actually looked. I got over 1,000.
That's great.
Fine. And these
Just passing it around? It's fucking awesome.
well, these are my college friends, like the guys
Yeah.
who are like, yeah, we want, they're down.
Without posting it on social media, that's a really good number.
And I wait, this is all secret stuff right now. Like, we're figuring out the
I
secret
haven't
sauce.
told anybody.
Well, do we get to like plug our Instagrams in case?
No, the episode's
You're
done.
gonna be a house. Both of you are gonna be a house regular. You don't need to plug. And like, I'm gonna have title cards for you guys, but you should plug this time because I have nothing.
Well, let's see what the numbers are. At Omid Singh, let's see what happens.
Sure.
Yeah, let's see if anybody is listening.
And
If
how
you
do you
live in the
spell
LA
that?
area,
Some people would be like,
I
S-I-N-G, I don't see
guarantee. I
it.
guarantee. You'll get at
OM
least one.
OMIDSINGH.
Okay,
Don't
I'll
forget
actually
the
put
H.
it on
Yeah,
the
you gotta put
YouTube.
it-
Yeah, I'll put it on the YouTube link because it sounded foreign. And then let's see. You know, like anything people mess up how to
Right,
spell it.
right.
It's all-
Courtney Sheuerman,
Okay, too many letters.
CourtneyScheuerman.
Did you ever consider removing an E?
Did you ever consider shutting the fuck up?
Okay, that's a yes. She did. Probably second year of middle school. All right. Brian Schlesinger, you have always been a pleasure. I think we did something, ladies and gentlemen.
I think we did something.
Yeah, I do. I don't
Thank
know
you,
what.
Brian.
No, don't thank
Thank you,
me.
Brian.
I'm a functional, crazy person to say the least. I think good night, good day, goodbye.